Possible?
Yes, sir. Now we can see.
Yes. So listen, students. 1 minute. Total 78 members joined. Very good. Sanjay Anand. Dharma. Okay. So listen about dipole interactions. Dipole interactions. Name only there. Dipole. Nothing but polar compounds. Polar compounds will be there. So you can take between two polar compounds. Two polar compounds you can take. Next one is dipole and induced dipole is there. One is polar, next one is non-polar. One is polar, next one is non-polar. Listen here. Present between the polar molecule and non-polar molecule. But you can see the induced dipole between two non-polar compounds. Between two non-polar molecules you can take. Yes. Okay, na? Yes. So the bond between two polar compounds. So what you can take examples? Example of polar compound. You can see the HCl. It is given NH3, SO2, etc. So molecules having permanent dipole moment, dipole interactions. So exist between the permanent polar molecules. So here they given melting and boiling point of H2S is greater than those of PH3 because of H2S has a higher dipole moment than PH3. One more question they can ask: why H2S have greater melting and boiling point? Due to you can write down higher dipole moment. Yes. Next one, same type you can see the dipole and induced dipole condition. So present between the polar molecules and non-polar neutral molecule. Non-polar neutral molecule. So one is polar, next one is non-polar. Example are given HCl and Cl2. Non-polar molecule, what you can take example? So Cl2 you can take, otherwise N2 you can take, otherwise they given homo molecules you can take. See it is given N2, H2, CH4, CCl4. These are all compounds you can take. So here dipole moment will be zero. Dipole mu equal to zero. Those examples you can take. H2, N2, CH4, CCl4. So here electron cloud is symmetrically distributed. Hence, they do not have polarity. After that, we discussed about what is the quantity, physical quantity, about volume, then mass, pressure, temperature. Those things also we discussed. Yeah, that parameters like volume, pressure, temperature, mass. So those things also you know very well. So today's class, I will discuss about very important topic. Listen carefully. Gas laws. So gas laws already you people know Avogadro's law and Gay-Lussac's law. First chapter, law of chemical combinations. So based on the mass, they classified into 4 types. Based on volume, they classified into 2 types. So based on mass condition, a definite proportion, multiple proportion, then reciprocal, constant proportion with those things we discussed. Under volume condition, so Gay-Lussac's law will be there and Avogadro's law also there. Gay-Lussac's law and Avogadro's law we have. Yes. Gay-Lussac's law and Avogadro's law is there. Yes. Total 88 members joined. Super, well done. Yes. So listen here. Gas volume condition. Gas volume condition. What does that mean? The volume of given sample of gas depends on the temperature, pressure applied to it. So based on temperature and pressure will be how they classified. Any change in temperature or pressure will be affect the volume of the gas. So the changes will be depend based on temperature and pressure. So when temperature will be changes, our volume will be pressure will be changes, automatic volume also changes. It will be effect on the volume. So any change in temperature or pressure will be affect the volume of the gas. That's why it is having relations. The general behavior of gas are called gas laws, like how it was based on. So any changes in temperature and pressure will be effect of the volume of the gas. The effect of the volume of the gas. So how they classify gas volumes? Listen here. So Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law. Boyle's law condition, it relates volume and pressure. Volume and pressure. This is nothing but relation between volume and pressure of given mass, a gas at constant temperature. So here temperature is constant. So based on pressure and volume. So Boyle's what is the definition? What is given statement? At constant temperature, the volume of given mass of gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. At constant temperature, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to with pressure. So P is inversely proportional to volume, or V is inversely proportional to pressure. So they will be inversely proportional to pressure and volume. So pressure will be increases, so volume will be decreases. Which condition? At constant temperature condition. So very important. Please write down definition. Boyle's law. What is the definition? What is the statement? At constant temperature, the volume of gas, the volume of given mass of gas is inversely proportional to with pressure. So constant temperature main, and constant temperature automatic number of moles also constant. Then P is inversely proportional to volume. Then P equal to what will happen? So when you can remove the directly proportional, it was coming constant. Then P is P equal to K by V. Then PV equal to K. The volume of the value of the K depends on amount of the gas and the temperature. So it will be compared initial and final condition. Mathematical explanation what you can get. P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. This is the main formula. This is the this one and this one. P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. Boyle's law can be verified by any one of the following three ways graphically follow. So they given graph representation also. When pressure will be increases, volume will be what will happen. When pressure will be decreases, what will happen? So listen here. Pressure is increases, volume will be decreases. Next condition, pressure will be decreases, volume will be increases. This is the volume will be increases. So what I am saying, pressure will be increases, volume will be decreases. Pressure will be decreases, volume will be increases. So it will be becoming hyperbola type. Okay na? Yes. So the given curves, first curve will be shows decreases in volume, increases with pressure at constant temperature. The slope of curve is rectangular hyperbola. Okay na? Mathematical equation, already people know this one. Second curve also, this is first one, this is second one. Second condition, what is there? So the volume and reciprocal of pressure is straight line you can get. It confirms the statement of Boyle's law. Okay, here temperature is constant. Here also temperature constant, temperature constant, temperature constant. Then what will happen? So pressure and volume condition getting hyperbola. Pressure and reciprocal of volume. Alright, volume and reciprocal of pressure. Those condition getting straight line. Straight line getting. Third curve. Third curve shows straight line parallel to the pressure axis. Parallel to the pressure axis. That is P and V. Given mass at constant temperature, we can get it parallel. Nothing but PV equal to PV is the pressure like so. So it is nothing but showing parallel each other. Okay, na? Yes. Limitations of straight line and curve changes at different temperatures. According to Boyle's law, PV equal to constant. Actually, P is inversely proportional to volume. Then what will happen? Then P equal to K into 1 by V. That you can write down K by V can write down. K by V. K nothing but Boyle's constant you can take. Then P equal to what? PV equal to you can write down K. Understood? So you can PV you can bring this side. PV equal to K. Okay na? For this reaction, according to Boyle's law, PV equal to constant. PV equal to constant. Constant temperature. So for this equation applying log value, then what will happen? So log P plus log V. Log AB, what is the formula? Log A plus log B. Formula, same type only. So log B plus log V equal to log K. Log P equal to log K minus log V. Understood? Log P equal to, the log V can bring this side. Then what will happen? Log P equal to log K minus log V. So then relation between log P and log V graph representation. So how it was showing the curve. So those things will be given. Significance of Boyle's law. At constant mass and temperature. Constant mass and temperature. Density of gas is directly proportional to. Density of gas is directly proportional to its pressure and inversely proportional to its volume. Directly proportional to pressure, inversely proportional to volume. Then thus, what will happen? D is directly proportional to pressure. At constant mass and temperature condition, density of gas is directly proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to volume. That's what I'm saying. Pressure and volume will be directly proportional to. P will be increases, D also increases. But inversely proportional to volume. Yes. Because of density equal to mass by volume or volume equal to mass by density. Then volume will be increases, density will be decreases. Then finally what will happen? Then D1 by D2 equal to P1 by P2 equal to V1 by V2 by V1 equal to K. Those things are they given. Yes. At altitudes, high altitudes, as the pressure will be is low, density of air also less. That's why mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders. So when going to higher mountains, what will happen? Pressure will be low and air also less. That's why they carry oxygen cylinders. Application of yes, volume will be there, gas volume. So even you can check it. Even you can see the scuba divers will be there. So in the ocean, they're going inside the ocean. Those conditions they're carrying cylinders, oxygen cylinders. Because of under low pressure condition also, volume will be, solubility of gas will be increases. That's why they're having less amount of oxygen in under lower, even under higher amplitude also. So those concept will be repeated on second year solution chapter. We'll discuss again. Next, second law, Charles law. First law is Boyle's law. Boyle's law condition, constant temperature, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Charles law condition, it relates the volume and temperature. The relation between volume and temperature. Nothing but here volume and temperature relations. Then what is constant? Pressure is constant. So pressure is constant. All gases expand or contract by same function, so same fraction of their volume of at 0 degrees change of temperature. What will happen? So what is the Charles law states? Constant pressure. Yes, 89 member join. So listen, Charles law what it states? At constant pressure, the volume of given mass of gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 of its volume at 0 degrees centigrade. For every 1 degree raises fall in temperature. Charles law what is happened means, listen here. So when temperature will be increases, volume will be decreases. Volume will be increases, temperature will be decreases. So it will show clearly. Just 1 minute, I will explain one more point. Listen here. Yes. At constant pressure, the volume of given mass of gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 times its volume at 0 degrees centigrade. For every 1 degree centigrade raises, for every 1 degree temperature like centigrade will be raises, then what will happen? So if we increase every 1 degrees temperature, then what will happen? So mathematical expression is given. So Vt equal to V naught plus alpha T. Here, okay na? P constant condition. Alpha is volume coefficient. T is volume at T degree centigrade. 0 is volume at 0 degree centigrade. Okay na? Yes. So at T degree centigrade condition, what will happen? Every 1 degree centigrade raises fall on temperature. Okay na? Yes. So nothing but here what is the relations? At constant pressure condition, V is directly proportional to T. So V is directly proportional to T. Listen here. At constant pressure, the volume of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Absolute temperature but 0 degrees temperature. Absolute temperature. Next one is the following graph also given relation between V and T. V and T. So V will be increases, T also increases. V will be increases, T also increases. So at constant pressure condition, volume is directly proportional to T. First one is Boyle's law condition. At constant temperature condition, V is inversely proportional to pressure. So P and V is inversely proportional to V and T is directly proportional to be there. The same type one more law is there. That is Avogadro's law. At Avogadro's law condition, volume will be constant. Third law is volume is constant is given. At constant volume condition, the pressure of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So V constant condition, P is directly proportional to T is given. P is directly proportional to T at constant V condition. Before one is at constant P condition. V is directly proportional to T. Pressure and temperature is directly proportional to volume and temperature is directly proportional to pressure and volume is inversely proportional to be there. Okay na? Yes. It is given. Listen once again. Yes. Gaseous state. Only 11 elements exist as a gas under normal condition. Only 11 elements. You can see the periodic table. Total we have 118 elements. Out of 118 elements, only how many elements will be exist in gaseous state? Only 11 elements will be exist in gaseous state. So what are those elements? You can check it. So you can see the periodic table chart. You can understand how many elements will be there, gaseous elements. So total we have 11 elements only there in the periodic table chart. Remaining all will be, maximum amount will be solids will be there. Remaining all are liquids. So there will be very few elements will be liquids. More amount will be solids. After then liquids. So after then gas, after then liquids will be there. Okay, na? These are the elements. Just 1 minute. Show that clearly. Yes. So they are having periodic table chart, you can check it. So how many elements will be there in the gaseous elements? So he can check it here. It is there, our page number 140. So these are the, count the numbers. What is there? Hydrogen. Hydrogen is gaseous element. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine. Then helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So here 6, here 5. 6 plus 5. Total 11 elements will be there. Total we have 11 elements. Okay, na? So these 11 elements only exist in gaseous state. Remaining elements does not exist in gaseous state. That only they given. Total we have exist in 11 elements. Only 11 elements exist as a gases under normal condition. So properties like pressure, volume, temperature, and mass. So describe states of the gas. Independence of these variables are dealt by gas laws. So they will be given about gas laws. What is there? First one is Boyle's law. So Boyle's law condition they given the constant temperature. Temperature will be constant. The constant temperature condition, pressure of fixed amount of gas varies is inversely proportional to. It is inversely proportional to volume. That's why they given. P is inversely proportional to volume will be there. Then P equal to K into 1 by V is there. Then PV equal to K. Then P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. That relation only they given. When, for example, pressure is 2 atmosphere, volume how much will be there? 8 liters will be there. If pressure will be increases, then volume will be how much? Volume will be decreases. So listen here. P1 is given 2, V1 is given 8. Listen carefully. Sum, example sum. So pressure is 2 atm, volume is given 8 liters. So 2 and 8. P1 is 2, V1 is 8. If P2 is 4 is given, V2 is how much? Understood? Question. Students, are able to understanding? So pressure is given 2 atm, volume is given 8 liters. If pressure will be increases, volume what will happen? Volume what will happen? This is the question. When pressure will be increases, what will be happen? Volume will be decreases because of P is inversely proportional to V. Then what will happen? X, the V2 you can identify. So then V2 equal to P1 V1 by P2 is there. Then cancel out. 4 1 jar, 4 2 jar, 2 2 jar, 4. V1 is how much will be there? 4 liters. Because of pressure will be increases, volume also decreases. Okay, next concept is Charles law. For fixed amount of gas at constant pressure, so volume will be occupied by the gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So volume is directly proportional to temperature. Which condition? At constant pressure condition. Then V equal to KT. Then V by T equal to K. V by T equal to K you can write because T you can bring this side. Then V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2. So for example, Vt at T degrees condition, then what will happen to the volume? So volume will be at 0 degree condition became yes V0 condition 0 degree centigrade. When temperature will be increases, for example, when temperature is 1 degree centigrade, then what will happen? So volume also yes increased by that much. So for each degree raises temperature, volume of gas also increased by 1 by 273.15, 1 by 273 of the original volume of gas at 0 degree temperature. Understood? At this point very very important. So they will confuse many times. What will happen main? So when volume will be increases, temperature also increases. Temperature will be increases, volume also increases. So what I am saying here? So 0 degree centigrade condition will be volume of everything will be 0. So this will be 0. When temperature will be 1 degree centigrade, volume will be how much will be increases? 1 by 273 will be given. 1 by 273. Because of V0 is 1. Then 1 by 273. The original volume of the gas at 0 degree centigrade. For each degree raises temperature, so 1 degree will be raises temperature. Volume of gas also increased by 1 by 273 of the original volume of the gas at 0 degree centigrade. So 0 degree centigrade condition we have, that is absolute temperature. Absolute temperature 0 degree nothing but absolute temperature. So if we increase the temperature, volume also increases. So each 1 degree temperature be increases, volume also increases by 1 by 273. Yes. The volume of any gas minus 273.15 degrees centigrade will be 0. The lowest and hypothetical imaginary temperature, so at which gases is supposed to occupy 0 volume is called absolute temperature. This is given absolute 0. Absolute 0. Next one. Listen on question. So next we'll discuss. Next one is Gay-Lussac's law. So Gay-Lussac's law condition, volume is constant. So volume is constant. Pressure of the gas is directly proportional to temperature. Then P is directly proportional to temperature. P equal to Kt. P by T equal to K. P1 by T1 equal to P2 by T2. So P directly proportional to T is given. Then you can remove the directly proportional, you can write down K. Then P equal to Kt. Then P by T equal to K. P by T equal to K. Then what will happen? P1 by T1 equal to P2 by T2. So those things you can follow. Next one is Avogadro's hypothesis. What is that? At same temperature and pressure, volume of the gas is directly proportional to number of moles of the gas. That is V is proportional to N. Then V equal to Kn. Then V by N equal to K. V by N equal to K. Nothing but V1 by N1 equal to V2 by N2 you can take. Okay, na those things. So here volume how much will be there? So volume H2 is nothing but N equal to 2 moles will be there. Helium condition N equal to 2. NH3 because N equal to 2 is there, like that you can check it. So based on one volume condition, one H2 will be there. One volume condition, one helium. One volume condition, one NH3, like that. So different gases, but same number of moles of volume is same. So more number of moles will be there, more moles. Less number of moles is there, less moles will be there. Okay, na? Yes, that only they give it. Just one second. You can see the question based on the Boyle's law question, based on Charles law question, based on Avogadro's law one question. So already we discussed one question based on Boyle's law. So look at the question. What is there? A balloon is filled with 1 mole of helium at 0 degrees temperature and 1 bar pressure. It will be burst if pressure is decreases 0.2 bar. What is the maximum volume of balloon? Question understood? A balloon is filled with 1 mole of helium. 1 mole of helium at 0 degrees centigrade and 1 bar pressure. So pressure is 1 bar. Volume also 1 bar is given. Yes, listen carefully. Very, very important question. A balloon is filled with 1 mole of helium is given. 1 mole of helium at 0 degrees centigrade and 1 bar pressure is given. P1 equal to 1 bar is there. P1 equal to 1 bar. Even P2 is given. How much will be there? 0.2 bar is there. 0.2 bar. It is given question also. So 0.1 bar. Sorry, 1 bar is there. 0.2 bar is there. V1 is 22.7 liters will be given. Because of 1 bar at constant pressure condition, constant volume also there. So V1 you can take STP condition 22.7 liters you can take. Sorry, 22.4 liters is there. Okay, no problem. V2 is how much you can calculate. V2 is how much you can calculate. The maximum volume of balloon, how much will be there? Then according to Boyle's law formula, P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 is there. V2 equal to P1 by V1, P1 V1 by P2 is there. Then you can get how much volume will be there. So 113.5 liters will be there. So nothing but when you can decrease the pressure, the volume will be increases. The maximum volume of balloon is 11.35 liters will be there. Same model question also they given. Next one also. You can check it. Next question. At what temperature the volume of 28 grams of N2 will be 1 liter, extracting a pressure of 1 atm. Okay, this is according to Charles law. So Charles law, what is the chemical formula is given? So V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2 you can take. Otherwise V1 by V2 equal to T1 by T2 you can take. So they given 28 grams of N2 at 273 kelvins, 1 atm pressure is given. Occupies 22.4 liters. Okay, 22.4 liters correctly. 22.4 liters is correct. Because of 1 atm pressure condition, you can take volume is 22.4 liters is correct. That is given. At 273 Kelvin condition. Constant temperature condition, we have constant volume also. So Charles law is given out a formula also. Then V1 equal to 22.4 liters, V2 is 1 liter, T1 equal to 273, T2 is how much? The temperature at which 1 liter of 28 grams of N2 exerts pressure is given 1 atm. Then what is the happen? So then T2 equal to T2 you can calculate. Then T2 equal to, so you can take respect to T2 you can take constant. Then T2 equal to, then what will happen? T1 into V2 by V1. Then take this one. So T1 how much we given? 273. V2 1. V1 22.4 liters. You can calculate it. So listen here. In chemistry, maximum questions will be direct substitution only. They not ask indirectly. Indirectly they will ask in entrance exam, application oriented, even NEET exam or JEE exam. There also they will not ask more number of questions. Out of 45 questions, only 5 questions will be they will ask tested wise. Maximum number of questions will be moderate questions will be there. Okay, 5 to 6 questions will be very easy. Remaining questions moderate, and very less number of questions will be application oriented. Nothing difficult way will be there. Okay, yes. So what we'll do means main the given sum we can read 1 or 2 times. We can understand what is given value. Then you can identify unknown value. So it is given T1 is given, V1 is given, V2 is given. They're asking T2. Before question also V2 they're asking. Okay, yes. Next one is Avogadro's law condition. So equal volume of definition check it once again. Equal volume of all gases measured under the same conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of moles. Okay, na? At same condition, so condition, same condition, temperature and pressure condition contain equal number of molecules. So nothing but equal number of any gases containing equal number of moles. So for example, so it's nothing but here equal number of volume containing equal number of moles. That only they given before diagrams also. So at constant temperature pressure condition, the volume of gas is directly proportional to number of moles present in it. And but V is directly proportional to N. So N will be increases, V also increases. N will be decreases, V also decreases. That's why they say saying at same condition, equal volume of all gases containing equal number of moles. So 2 volumes will be there, 2 number of moles. 3 volumes will be there, 3 number of moles will be there. 10 volumes will be there, 10 number of moles, like that you can take. Question check it. 0.1 gram of carbon dioxide occupies 320 ml at certain conditions. Under similar condition, 0.2 grams of carbon dioxide, the dioxide element, occupies 440 ml. Calculate the atomic weight of X. Calculate the atomic weight of they're asking. So they given a carbon dioxide. So at 0.1 gram condition, how much volume will be occupied? So this much weight condition, this much volume will be occupied. So this much weight condition, this much volume will be occupied. They're asking atomic weight of X. So applying Avogadro's law, N1 by N2 equal to V1 by V2. N nothing but number of moles. Number of moles, how we can calculate? Weight by gram molecular weight. Weight by gram molecular, that is number of moles. So weight by gram molecular weight. So if we molecular weight condition, those conditions, listen. Then molecular weight of dioxide X you can take, then M2 you can calculate. M2 equal to V1 by V2 into M2 capital M1 by W1. So all the values you can substitute, you can calculate. So molecular weight X42 is given 64. Therefore atomic weight how much will be there? X equal to 32. So if you know molecular weight, you can calculate atomic weight also. So molecular weight is about twice. Atomic weight is about single. So half of that. Okay na? Yes. So I discussed until now 3 laws: Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law. Okay na? Yes. Tomorrow class will discuss the ideal gas and non-ideal solution. Once again, we will discuss about what is the significance of Charles law and Avogadro's law. Listen here. At constant mass and pressure, density of gas is inversely proportional to absolute temperature. So nothing but relation between density and temperature also. So volume will be mass by density. Already people know mass by density. So volume will be increases, density will be decreases. So V is directly proportional to T means what will happen? Even temperature also mass by density only. That's why temperature density is inversely proportional to temperature also given. So the uses of hot air balloons will be there. It supports the metallurgical observation in application. So it can use so sports balloons also. So this formula only they are using. Next one is Gay-Lussac's condition. What is the significance. During the summer, with rise at temperature, temperature and pressure increases, pressure will be increases. What will happen? So tires or automobiles, they may burst. So pressure should be existed. So during the summer season condition, rise in temperature and pressure increases. So what will happen? So the tires will be burst. That's why. So Avogadro's law condition, what will happen? These all things are. So what I'm saying, equal volume of different gases at same temperature and pressure containing same number of molecules. Same number of molecules. Listen here. Different gases will be there. Equal number of different gases like helium, nitrogen, methane gases will be there. So each one having 1 mole only. So same pressure and same temperature, but constant, same temperature and pressure. So 1 atm pressure, 0 degree centigrade. 1 atm pressure, 0 degree centigrade. So same temperature and pressure, equal volume of different gases contains same number of molecules. So all containing Avogadro's number of molecules. But at a given temperature and pressure, the volume of gas is directly proportional to the amount of gas. The amount of the gas. Okay, na? Any doubts is under that, students? Students, any doubts we have? Please respond.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So this book I will share in chat box, Amma. So those are need, you can make notes. No need to write everything. Already it only important points alone. Here only definition, and you can write down what is the formula. Like that you can write down. Definition and formulas alone you can write enough. Okay na? For today's class I discussed only 3 things. Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law. Just wait. After sharing this book again, I will discuss those 3 laws. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Class note. Okay na? So it was uploaded ma. If people if you want you can download immediately. I think you can receive. Check it on second chat box. Receive students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can download if you
Yes, sir.
make notes yourself. Okay na? Follow the NCRT book.